This man dropped out of college to become LA's Chorizo King. Humberto Raygoza gave up his pursuit of a nursing degree to make and sell chorizo. Today, he's known as LA's Chorizo King, or the Chori Man, making about 2,000 pounds of chorizo a month at his shop.
It's a family tradition. I grew up with my dad making chorizo on the weekends. I'm a fourth generation chorizo maker in my family, so growing up it was a staple. Every weekend we'd make chorizo and people would come by our house and pick it up.
5 years ago, while on track to study nursing at UCLA, he decided to switch careers from nursing to selling chorizo.
I sold everything I owned. Anything that I could get $1 for, I sold, and I made the first 50 pounds in March of 2013. I started walking the streets.
The owners of the deli offered Humberto a deal. He'd be able to make chorizo in their kitchen, in exchange for free chorizo for the menu. Then, he would sell the chorizo on his free time.
Walk the streets, stopping people, handing out business cards saying, hey, I sell chorizo. Most people didn't even know what I was doing.
A year later, he started selling his chorizo to Los Angeles restaurants, and that's when things really took off for the Chori Man.
Every restaurant was ordering 100 pounds. That was epic because I was still making everything by hand. I was cutting by hand, grinding by hand, mixing by hand, bagging everything, vacuum sealing it, and driving it and delivering it. So that's what was a turning point for the chorizo business, because that's when I knew I was onto something.
In June of 2017, he opened his first brick and mortar shop selling chorizo. So what makes his chorizo so popular? It all comes down to the ingredients, from the pork he uses to freshly ground spices and his secret vinegar blend.
But what's unique to our recipe, my dad and my recipe, is that it's got a very well balance of all the seasonings.
Shortly after opening his shop, he included freshly made tacos and burritos to the menu. The restaurant is open from Thursday to Sunday and has grown to have a loyal following.
You can taste all the spices and everything, separately. It isn't all mashed up and just sitting around for days. So I've had about everything on the menu now, and it all is quite good.
So the red chorizo is a little more spicier. It has a little bit more of a kick, so I can see why this one is a fan favorite. It's really well balanced and has just the right amount of fat, so it's not too greasy. And I think I can eat both of these and go to work feeling great.
The meat's so good. Everything is cooked right, just perfect.